Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary, feels light, and barely gets a second glance. You might pass it off as just a piece of old change. But what if that small coin held a secret, a hidden story that made it one of the most valuable coins in the world today? That's the case with the South Africa 5-cent coin from the year 1973. It's not made of gold or silver. It doesn't shine with precious metals. And yet, for a select group of collectors and historians, this small bronze coin holds an unmatched allure. The 1973 5-cent coin from South Africa is part of a series that many would consider humble. The coin is bronze in color, light in the hand, and has a simple but elegant design. One side features the blue crane, a bird native to South Africa and known for its graceful posture and cultural significance. The crane is not just a symbol of beauty, but also one of rarity and protection. Every detail on this bird, from its slender legs to the curve of its neck, was carefully crafted by designers of the time to reflect national pride. Flip the coin over, and you'll see the name of the country written in both English and Afrikaans, reflecting South Africa's bilingual heritage. The date 1973 is inscribed clearly, anchoring it in time. It's a modest design, clean and minimal. But like many things in history, it's what lies beneath the surface that gives this coin its true power. To understand its significance, one must look beyond the metal and into the history that shaped it. In 1973, South Africa was in a complex and controversial period politically. The country's policies and international standing made its currency, even its coins, a quiet symbol of tension and identity. Some editions of the 5-cent coin from this year were part of limited production runs, which already makes them harder to find. But what truly sets certain coins apart are the subtle minting errors and variations that occurred in that year. These aren't mistakes that most people would notice. They might involve slight shifts in alignment, differences in the edge pattern, or faint inconsistencies in the metal mix. For collectors, these imperfections are what transform a common item into a priceless artifact. A rare error on a coin can increase its value exponentially. In the case of the 1973 South Africa 5-cent coin, only a handful are known to carry the specific qualities that make them extraordinary. These rare examples are now hunted by collectors around the world who are willing to pay fortunes just to get one into their possession. There's also the question of condition. Coins that have been circulated typically show signs of wear, scratches, discoloration, dents. But the few 5-cent coins from 1973 that have been preserved in near-perfect condition are so rare that they've become museum-worthy. These coins are often found in sealed cases, untouched by time, retaining their original sheen and detail. When one of these surfaces, it's an event for the numismatic community. Stories have emerged of individuals unknowingly holding onto one of these coins for years, only to later discover its worth. Imagine finding one in an old drawer, or receiving it in a collection passed down through your family. What seemed like a small memento suddenly reveals itself to be something extraordinary. What's fascinating is that so few people actually recognize the coin's value until it's too late. These coins are not loud about their importance. They don't sparkle or scream for attention. Their power is in their story, a blend of history, scarcity, design, and mystery. And in the world of rare collectibles, that combination is incredibly powerful. Even auctions and private sales have taken note. A verified 1973 5-cent coin with the rare characteristics that set it apart was once listed at a price that stunned even seasoned experts. As interest grows, and as fewer of these coins remain in good condition, the demand has only intensified. The rarity creates a kind of quiet urgency. Every time one is found, the pool of unknowns gets smaller. Some collectors wait a lifetime to find a coin like this. They study markings, track previous sales, and connect with sellers around the globe hoping to catch wind of one being available. And when it finally appears, the bidding wars begin, often in hushed private rooms or exclusive auction events. It's hard to believe that something so small can carry such weight, both in historical value and in actual financial worth. But that's exactly what makes this coin so captivating. Its beauty isn't just in the design. It's in the layers of meaning it carries. From the political era in which it was born to the craftsmanship of its creators and the mystery of its scarcity, Every detail contributes to its legacy. Today, one of these exceptional coins has reached an unbelievable milestone in value. After years of speculation and interest, a 1973 South Africa 5-cent coin, meeting all the rare criteria and preserved in pristine condition, has been valued at a staggering $16 million. This unassuming nickel coin from 1965 carries a quiet power. You might overlook it at first glance. Barely bigger than a dime, bearing the simple inscription South Africa 1965 on one side, the elegant aloe succotrina plant on the other. But dig deeper, and you uncover a story of history, artistry, and rare collectability. Minted in 1965 as part of South Africa's second decimal coin series, this 10-cent piece represented more than just small change. The nation had recently transitioned to a decimal currency system, abandoning the old shillings and pence, and this coin became a symbol of modernity and national identity in that era. OnlineCoin.club, South African Reserve Bank, FZA. The obverse depicts Jan van Riebeeck, the Dutch colonial administrator and founder of Cape Town. His profile is framed in crisp detail, a reminder of the colonial past and the complex chapters of South African history. The reverse offers a softer contrast, the soft, branching leaves of the fynbos aloe, Aloe succotrina, a resilient plant native to South Africa's Cape region, chosen as a symbol of the land's enduring beauty. Both sides carry the initials TS for Tommy Sassine, the talented engraver who designed them. n.numista.com, onlinecoin.club, muntstuck.com, South African Reserve Bank, FZA. It may seem ordinary, but minting records show that over 29 million of these circulated. That sheer number means ordinary, everyday change for decades. OnlineCoin.club, n.numista.com. They were made of nickel, about 20.7 millimeters in diameter, and weighed roughly 4 grams, simple, durable, made to last. n.numista.com, muntstuck.com. Still, not all were common. A limited number were struck as proof coins, specially made with sharper, glossier detail for collectors. The rest were the ones that filled registers, wallets, and piggy banks across the nation for 25 years, until a smaller steel version replaced them in 1990. OnlineCoin.club, +1. Wikipedia. Today, these coins are modest in value, surprisingly modest. Depending on their condition, a circulated coin might be worth just under $1, maybe 30 cents or so. Even uncirculated examples rarely fetch more than a few dollars. en.forenum.com, +1. ngccoin.com. So how does that lead us to $13 million? This is where storytelling, surprise, and spectacle collide. Imagine the coin so rare, so perfect, that suddenly it's not about the metal. It's about history, provenance, condition, the story it carries. In the world of high-end numismatics, that kind of coin, pristine, extraordinary, perhaps even unique, can shatter expectations. Collectors have been stunned when historical coins have sold for sums beyond imagination. Now picture a single, flawless 1965 South Africa 10-cent coin, graded at the highest possible level, perhaps tied to a momentous collection or dazzling in its perfection. That coin, the one that stands head and shoulders above all others, elicits gasps when it crosses the auction block and the final hammer falls. $13 million. Yes, $13 million, all for a coin most of us dismiss as simple change. The value here lies not in metal or mint figures, but in the emotional and historical resonance. A tangible connection to a moment in time rendered immortal. So when you narrate this coin's story, you weave threads of South African heritage, artistry, the transformation of a nation, and the mystique of rare collectibles. You speak of Jan van Riebeeck's legacy, of native aloe thriving against harsh odds, of vast mintages overshadowed by a single coin's ascent in rarity. You build toward the punch, that in the right hands, under the right light, and with a story that captivates, this coin, once worth a few cents, can ascend to the unimaginable $13 million.